Okay, today I'm going to be doing some chicken livers. Mainly I'm doing the chicken livers because it's what I like. This is my first video and I want to see how this turns out. So what I'm starting with is just some plain chicken livers, and I cut those bigger ones up into 2 pieces because some of them they just stick them together, they're too big. And I just put a little salt and pepper on it. We're going to do those in a minute. First we're going to get our coating prepped, which this is I believe it was 1.5 cups of flour, and it's not rocket science. You can put whatever, it's not precise, put in whatever you think by how many livers you have. And I'm going to put in a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, sorry, I have to think a minute, a teaspoon of salt, about maybe close to half a teaspoon of pepper. I just cranked the pepper mill until my hands started hurting. We're going to put them all in there. And I've got a fork. We're just going to stir it together. Whoops, and throw it all over myself. Okay. Now, we have another bowl, this was about 1 cup of flour. And in it, I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon salt, a 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon poultry seasoning, and a little bit of pepper, black pepper, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon. I didn't measure that one, I just eyeballed it. And stir it around well. Okay. And then this is 2 eggs and a 1/4 cup of milk, and I just whisk the eggs up a little. And I'm doing the same seasonings: pepper, salt, poultry seasoning, paprika, smoked paprika, garlic powder, and this is 1/2 teaspoon of each. No, that's a 1/4. I messed up. These were the 1/2 teaspoons, or maybe I just put it in the wrong thing. But anyway, we stir this up. Now the fun part, you're going to get your hands dirty. Let's put this all over. We're going to use this in a minute. Ready for the sink later. And what we're going to do is bring the livers back down. Have a plate to put them on. And while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and get my grease heated. Got a little cook eye here. And I'm going to put it pretty high. I'm going to put it on almost high, about 5. That should do okay. We can always turn it up if we need. These little cooktop things or hot plates, a little bit more complicated. Now what I'm going to use left hand for wet, right hand for dry. We're going to start off, actually this is dry we're going to start on, but we're just going to put this in flour, coat it good, coat it well in the flour, and drop it in the egg milk mixture. And just do that for several of them, using the wet hand. And my hands are well washed. You want to wash your hands really well before you do this and after. You're going to have a mess after. We're going to do some, enough to get in the pan, and then we'll come back and do it again while the first batch is cooking, because I haven't found an editor yet. I got to find one for my telephone. So right now I'm going to try to do this in one take. I know there'll be some stuff that I would normally edit out, but I haven't figured out the editing thing yet. This is really my first video, other than some videos I took on vacation for ourselves that I ended up putting on just to learn how to upload and stuff. And liver, I know a lot of people probably think it's gross, but I like chicken liver the best, or fresh lamb liver, but that's hard to get this time of year. But liver is very good for you. It has a lot of iron. And I guess probably protein too, since it's meat. Okie dokie. That's probably about half of it. Now we're going to take this out of the wet. Look at this. We're going to take the fork. Maybe we'll do that to help some. I won't get quite so much of my fingers. Take it out. Oh yeah. Let it drip a little bit. And throw it in the other bowl of flour. Three, 4. I don't know how many I had. I forgot to count them. Sometimes they're hard to find when they get down in the egg yolk mixture. Okay, let's just kind of toss it around some. Usually I use my hands, but this is kind of nice not using my hands for everything. Really, that's my right hand there. Come think of it, I get this confused every time. But anyway, we're going to use this hand. Take these out and just lay them on the plate for a few minutes until the grease gets good and ready. A little bit more flour on that. I don't know if you can see this well or not. Like I said, this is kind of a test. When I watch the video back, I'll probably put it up regardless of what it looks like. But I can kind of learn from this what I need to do different. I know one thing, I need to get a tripod. Right now the camera is on top of a chair that's on top of a recycle bin that has a cake plate on top of that, a cake pan, like a sheet cake pan, and a brownie pan upside down with a dish rag on top of that with a tea strainer holding my camera at an angle, so I'm hoping it doesn't fall off. I think a tripod would probably work a little better, but hey, do what you gotta do. Let's start to pop. Let's put one, I'm gonna put one in just to see. No, it's not ready. That answered my question real fast. Okay, while we're waiting on the coat. Never mind, there's more of this liver here. Let's get it all out. Oh, that's... Okay. You can probably hear the grease popping. And I just use vegetable oil. You can use any kind of oil you want. That fries, that does high temperatures. Olive oil wouldn't do well, but you can use vegetable oil, avocado oil, whatever kind of grapeseed oil, whatever you like. Peanut oil would probably do really well. Okay, let's get these. Okay, you're just going to shake those around like you did a while ago. Drop them in here for a minute. And I have got a huge mess, but that's what flour does. Okay, I think it's getting there. Let's do these real quick to get this out of the way. Okay, we're going to have to get some of this going. I will bring this up in the picture better after I finish doing this. But it's getting ready to be fried. We're just going to put it in hot oil. I think this oil needs to go down some. It's going to be popping like crazy. Don't crowd your pan too much. I don't have to worry about that happening. I don't even have it pulling out yet. Get some more of this ready. While that's cooking, we'll get some more of these going here. Just lay them out here for a minute. Make sure they look good. Good. Okay, we're going to put that in. And that one, let's get this fork for a minute. Do this around a little. I think we can get a little bit more in. I can get about half of them in this batch, and then we'll do another batch with another half. Okie doke, where are we now? Let's do this. I get lost in the process. Okay. Liver. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! At least it didn't splatter on me. 4. 5. 6. Little piece. 7. Okay, let's throw these over. I think there's about 3 more left. There's 7. If we do these 3, then we'll have 10 to dig out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's just throw that flour there. We're done with that. That will go over to be gotten that. Okay. 3 more pieces of liver. 1, 2, 3, and that's garbage now. Or at least maybe not garbage. I'm going to wipe this off because I can use that for turning this around. Yeah. I got flour everywhere. Okay. I keep forgetting. You guys are there. Okay. Try to toss that real good. You don't want it to feel wet filling. Plenty of flour on it. More flour, the crispier it'll be. Yeah, I just found out yesterday that I'm a little bit anemic, so I thought some liver would be good. Any excuse. The only thing is that I don't like liver unless it's fried, so I try not to eat it too much because you don't need to eat a lot of fried food. But yeah, I have a good excuse. Yeah, I forgot. See, I went and counted, and I forgot to count when I went out. But anyway. Now I'm going to wash my hands off the best I can. This is all going to be garbage here. We've got that sizzling good. I'm going to bring it up closer here in a minute so you can see what's happening. I brought a rag so I could because I don't want to get up and take a chance of knocking the camera off where I have it. Can't really walk by it very well without taking it down. So I thawed a little bit and brought me a wet rag over. Get my hands off the best I can, because I still got to touch those things anyway. And I'll wash them good afterwards. And I can get to the sink again. We're just sitting here waiting on this to fry anyway. That's all we can do. Boy, this is easier cooking when you sit down at the table. Let's try to wipe this up a little bit, then I'll bring this up closer. Maybe y'all can see it better. I'm hoping you can even see all this. Like I said, I'll look at the videos afterwards and learn from it. See all my mistakes. Ugh. Okay, and here I have a plate with a paper towel, so when this gets ready, I can bring it out. Oh, dang stuff. This is one reason I don't like to fry. Okay, hopefully you can see this. I'm not sure, but you'll see it when it comes out anyway if you can't see it all the way. Now, this is where it's going to get really boring. Oh, that's looking good brown. Smells really good. I think it's probably a little browny, but that's okay. Definitely want it to be cooked all the way. I would say maybe, I don't know how many minutes I do it. I get it to where it's sizzling good, but not too hot. And just let it cook until one side's good and brown, and flip it and let the other side cook until it's good and brown, and it should be ready. I would say maybe, I don't know what, 4 minutes per side maybe. When you get one out, get a big one out and cut it in half and see if there's blood in the middle. That's one way to be sure. Don't want it bloody. At least I wouldn't. Let me see if I got a small liver, because I got a little space where I could put some. There's a small one. Most of these are real big though. I don't want to put another big one in there. Those are pretty much all big. Oh, there's a small one. Okay, now we just kind of wait for it. I'm going to see at the end if I can get my husband to taste test it. I don't know if he likes chicken livers or not. I know he doesn't like fried food very much, or he doesn't eat fried food. I don't think anybody doesn't like fried food. I think he could fry about anything that would taste good, but it's just eating it. And I'm not going to set for me to cook the second pan. You already saw how that is, but we'll get the first pan, at least get a piece ready. And we'll get him to come in and taste it. Got a couple small pieces going now. They won't take long. Looking good. Starting to look brown. There's one. Let's test this. Maybe it can be good enough for a taste test. See, I just cut it in half. Oh yeah, that one's definitely done. You want to be a taste tester? He said no. I guess I can't get him to eat chicken livers. I'll tell you what, I'll get a little bite of it and taste it, because I'm the one that's going to be eating it anyway. And as you can see it's nice and brown inside. It's super hot. Okay, let's try it. Oh, yeah, it was hot. Good. And, since I'm the only one eating it, I'll use the fun fork. Very good. It's got good seasoning. I'm going to flip these back over in just a couple minutes, and then I'll take them out. I'll let you see what they look like on the plate, then I'll turn the camera off and get the other batch made.